Okay, so I just wanted to do a video on the undercoating that I have. It's actually just truck bed liner, but it's held up pretty good. I was under the truck earlier today, and I was pretty impressed that there was no rust from all the salt that we get here in Wisconsin at all. This was a Texas truck. It's had its first winter in Wisconsin, and that was this past winter. So let's take a look and see how well it's held up. Sorry. You can see here. It's actually really clean. Even the leaf springs. Had the rear diff covered. And actually that wasn't done with the liner, because I think that would have made it hard to get the bolts off, so I actually just took some Rust-Oleum and I went over the differential cover. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I just used the spray can, and it actually still came out with a really nice texture on it, just like the bed liner normally does when you roll it on. Look over on this side. Still well, not factory, I shouldn't say that. Still stock factory looking exhaust here. I don't know if I want to get a tip or anything. I almost prefer that that clean look to a normal pipe. But I might get a tip someday. It's actually held up really good. I'll go under here into the middle. It's actually nice and black. I mean, there's just no rust on the thing. I'm really impressed with that. I guess on one hand, what do you expect? I mean, it's basically rhino lined, but then again, you just never know. Really clean under here. Here you can see the exhaust and turbo back. It's a 4-inch pipe. All the way back, over the axle, out the rear. But no, when I got this truck last year, I knew it being from Texas, even though it's a 2012, it just had no rust on it, so I really wanted to preserve it as much as I could, because, well, this is the nicest truck I've owned so far, at least. So, and I'm slowly upgrading it. There's things about it that I want to do, maybe get a light bar, or maybe that bumper with the fog light insert, so I can get my own fog lights in there. Even over here, I don't know if it's chipping or flaking or something, but still no rust on it. Very clean underneath. Truck doesn't leak oil or anything, coolant. I'm still keeping an eye on. I just did the 190 degree thermostat. So far no leaks or anything. No, I think it's good. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about it. Actually, I got these headlights as a gift for Christmas. That was nice. Really the engine. I've kind of shown this in other videos too, but there's the throttle plate or throttle valve delete. Part of the EGR and everything. Cooler's gone. The whole engine itself is much cleaner. Looks a lot cleaner. Here's where I have the oil breather kind of poking out. I sort of have it resting on here, and you can see it has been dripping a little bit. I have no stains on my garage floor, yet, at least. I have a feeling when it's hitting the manifold here, the shield is just burning off, and it's really not leaking out badly at all. I mean, there's barely any oil coming out. That right there, that run, is from the result of probably, I don't know, close to 8 months now of having this oil breather on here. So it hasn't been a problem. This is not gutted. this filter. I still have the crankcase filter intact, and that's mostly because I replaced it last fall, so it's actually relatively new. And that was before I ever thought of actually deleting the vehicle. So then over here I've got my cord, because this is Wisconsin, as I mentioned. I installed the block heater, which was really easy to do. Let's see if I can pull it out. I kind of tucked it away since I'm not using it right now, but I don't know if I'm going to pull it all out. But it is in there, and I ran it up and over the intake because that keeps the cord off of the intercooler piping and the turbo piping. Really keeps it out of the way of, I think, any harm. Let's see if I can get the camera in here and you can see where it goes in to the engine block. Pretty easy to do. But even inside the engine bay, it's actually, I mean, you can tell, when I bought this truck, those manifolds honestly were really clean. And one winter, and they just rusted up, they got corroded all along the outside there. It doesn't take much. But I just bought the spray cans of the Line X for a truck bed, and I went over it myself on the inside. Or not on the inside, underneath it, I should say. But the truck bed itself has been professionally coated. And then I kept this mat just for the hell of it, because I had it laying around for my other truck, even though it's still coated down here. I have this mat also. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, there we go. Not that I really need it, but why not? Here's a pin, harness that the owner before me had hooked up himself, and it actually screwed with my trailer brake wiring. This past winter, a bunch of salt got in there, and all they did was electrical tape the connectors. They didn't do anything else. So a bunch of corrosion got in there from the salt and started shortening everything out. You probably saw earlier in the video, right here is where they had it hooked up. Well, I had to get all this unhooked and have everything redone. It was really kind of a pain in the ass, but well, it's all better now. Been thinking about getting different taillights, but I don't know. I don't see much of a reason to change it yet. Biggest thing I want to do, honestly, is a leveling kit, because it is a two-wheel drive. And I'm totally fine with that. I wouldn't mind a four-wheel drive, but I was really excited to find a two-wheel drive, 3/4 ton diesel. It drives really nice. I don't have to worry about any of the issues that come up with four-wheel drive. Although, again, I'm not bashing it. I wouldn't mind it, but I can definitely live without it. This past winter, all I did was throw, I think 7 sandbags in the truck bed. It was like 490 pounds total. And it was fine. It was absolutely fine to drive in the snow. It didn't matter how much we got. And actually, if you've seen my other videos, you'll know I drive a Crown Victoria, and that's about as scary as it gets in the winter. No traction control, no stability. It's an ex-police car. So I think if I can drive that, the truck is going to be much easier anyway. Actually, with this window halfway up, you can tell it's got 5% tint in the rear. In the front is something like 30 or 35. I don't know. It's fairly light. Nothing I'm going to get pulled over for. In the back, I might even be 2.5%. I mean, it's pitch black, which is actually kind of nice. Just at nighttime, makes it really hard to see when I'm backing up. But I'm hoping I can address that with, I don't know, brighter reverse lights or light bar or something in the future. Yeah, I don't know. Just figured I'd do a walk around, kind of show you what the bed liner has done as far as protection, especially here in Wisconsin. Thanks for watching.